Hi, I'm Callie. Thank you for watching Graceland Online. We exist to see lives transformed in the neighborhoods, the generations, and the nations through Jesus Christ. Here in a few moments, you're going to hear a teaching, and that's based on the Bible. And we believe it will be inspiring and relevant to your life. And we know that a lot of people are searching for answers to tough questions and how to navigate life. And if that's you, we would love for you to text us at 812-432-2234 with any questions or any way that we might be able to help you. And again, thank you for watching Graceland Online. We're praying for you, and we hope that this service is an encouragement to you on your spiritual journey.
Hello there. Welcome to Graceland Online. I am so thankful that you've chosen to check out this episode today. If you have received this link to this from a friend, then please just do me a favor. Send your friend a thank you for sending you this episode, because I know this to be true, that your friend cares a great deal about you if they want you to watch this. They care a great deal about you. They want you to watch this. Now, if you're watching this because maybe you know me, or maybe you're a part of Graceland Church, then I just want to say a big thank you to you. Big thank you for checking this out. And would you do me a quick favor? Take just 1 minute. Maybe even pause the video. Okay, so hopefully you've paused the video. Now you're back. But I'd love for you maybe to send the link to this episode just to one person. Would you do that for me? Think of one person. Send out the link to this video, to this episode, to that one person. Now, to kick us off, I have a really embarrassing story to share with you. This is one that I've shared with our church before, but man, it just has so many application points to it. A little over a year after my wife, Jenny, and I got married, we took a trip to Charlotte, North Carolina. We went out there to visit her brother. Now, at this time, I was just 22 years old, and like most 22-year-olds, I was full of confidence, especially when it came to navigation. Now, this was back in 2005, so it was well before GPS was really something that most people had access to. So we printed off the directions from MapQuest. Do you remember those days, printing off directions? Well, that morning, Jenny and I, we packed up the car. We got up early. We headed out on our journey. We began in New Albany, Indiana, and we headed out on Highway 265 toward Interstate 64, just a couple of miles to get there. We get on 64, and I know that we're going to be on this interstate for a while, so I settle in, I turn on the cruise control in the car, and Jenny and I, we just drift off into conversation. But about 45 minutes later, I noticed that a sign says English on it, English, Indiana. So I look over to Jenny and I say, English? That's weird. And then it hit me. We were going the wrong way. We were going the wrong way. Instead of going east on Interstate 64, I went west. Here's the thing. There were numerous signs between our house and where we were. There were numerous signposts before that English, Indiana sign that day. I had so many opportunities to look at the signs, to pay attention to them, to recognize that I was actually going the wrong way. Now, this story, besides the fact that I can never live this one down with my dad, this story, it illustrates that many of us, I think, are going the wrong way or believing the wrong things, even though that there are so many signs around us, so many indicators, so many signals, so many pointers that are actually telling us what's true. Up until I finally paid attention to one of the countless signs, I actually thought that I was going the right way. I thought that I was going the right way the whole time. Has there ever been a time in your life where you realized that you were not paying close enough attention to the signposts that were really just all around you? Over the past few weeks, we've been talking about some truths that have changed the world. Some truths that have changed the world. And today, I want to put before you a question that most people have probably asked in their lives. A question that I believe is foundational for everyone to seek out the truth. And the question is this. Think about this with me for a moment. Why should I believe that God exists? Why should I believe that God exists? Now, maybe you're watching this and you believe in God. Well, keep watching. Please keep watching, because I have a few reasons or a few signposts I think that can maybe help confirm your belief on your journey. But if you don't believe in God, then I would just ask you to continue on. Continue watching, even if only for no other reason than to have something to think on. Again, why should you believe that God exists? Well, let me offer up just two reasons on this episode today. Two rational explanations, I believe, that point to a God of the universe. One, the existence of God gives us a rational explanation for the existence and the beginning of the universe. Think about that with me for a moment. I'm going to say it one more time for you. The existence of God gives us a rational explanation for the existence and the beginning of the universe. Everything that exists, by nature, everything that exists needs an explanation for why it exists. And everything that exists needs an external cause for its creation. Whatever begins to exist has a cause for its beginning. Have you thought about that? Whatever begins to exist has a cause for its beginnings. Now, in most circles, people would argue that every aspect of the universe requires an explanation. However, it would be illogical to say that the creation and existence of the universe does not require an explanation. You may say, well, the universe created itself. The universe was created out of nothing by itself. And that statement is illogical. Think about it. For the universe to have created itself means that it existed before its creation. Something existed before. However, the existence of God provides this explanation for the existence and the beginning of the universe. So that's the first thing. Next, the existence of God, it gives us rational reasoning for the order and the design that we find in our universe. The existence of God gives us a rational reasoning for the order and the design that we find in our universe. Again, I think most people agree that there are complex things at work in our world. Most people agree that there is order and that there's intelligent design to all that we see and all that we know around us. Some people that don't believe in God would attribute this complex design to what is known as the Goldilocks effect. That just all the right things happened at exactly the right time, simply by chance, simply by coincidence. And they would even go on to say that nature's fundamental forces that allow for life, which are gravity, electromagnetism, strong and weak nuclear forces, that they just so happen to be perfectly aligned on a razor's edge so that we can have life, coincidentally, randomly, arbitrarily. But I would say that instead of chance, the universe was created by design. And with design comes a designer. One philosopher would actually just say this. He said, if God exists, a delicately balanced universe isn't surprising at all. If God doesn't exist, shock is appropriate. So, why should you believe that God exists? For starters, the existence of God provides an explanation for the existence and the beginning of the known universe. And also the existence of God gives us a rational reasoning for the design and the order that we find in our universe. And while I know that we have just scratched the surface when it comes to this issue, and really to this question, if you have more, if you'd like to know more, if you have questions, anything at all, please connect with us. We would love to hear from you. Just text us your questions or thoughts to 812-432-2234. And be sure to tune in next week as we continue the conversation about truths that have changed the world. But I truly believe that God gives us signposts through this journey that we call life. And if today, if one of those signposts is for you with this episode, then please just reach out to us. Maybe you have felt lost, or that you're maybe just going the wrong way in life, just like I was when I was trying to go to North Carolina. Well, I pray and I hope that today would be a signpost for you. And the first day where maybe you reorient or orient your life for the first time on God, because He wants you to walk towards Him. Once again, thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks again for watching Graceland Online. We hope that God spoke to you today through this message. And again, feel free to text us at 812-432-2234 if you have any questions about what you heard or if there's a way that we might be able to help you. And you can also find more videos and resources for students and kids on our website, which is gracelandchurch.online. Thanks again for watching, and we hope that you'll join us again soon.